Welcome back. Today I'll be showing you a game between Henry Bird and Paul Morphy. The game starts with e4, e5, knight f3, d6, the Philidor's defense, d4, and f5, the Philidor counter gambit. Now, knight c3, f captures, and knight captures, and Morphy now plays d5, which is a mistake. While his opponent played knight g5, g3, not capitalizing it, but if he played knight e to g5, this would have been better for Henry, since no matter what Morphy does, let's say h6, his opponent could easily just play knight f7, sacrificing the knight, and just like getting his knight and his queen involved, which would be bad for Morphy. But even besides h6, let's say e4, you have a second knight that's coming in, that's joining in on the attack on f7. The queen can easily get to f5 to attack the f7 square. This would have been better for Henry, but that wasn't played. Instead, he had knight g3, e4, knight e5, knight f6, just development with bishop g5 and bishop d6, and now knight h5, Morphy castles, queen d2, and queen e8 attacking the knight on h5. Now, Henry tries to defend with g4, but here is instead of defending, one thing he could have done is retreat the knight, or he could have just traded the knights. And this seems bad for a while, but there's a queen g5, which wins the exchange. This would have been okay for Henry, but he didn't see it. Another thing he could have done, instead of trading the knights, he could have traded the bishop. Knight, bishop captures f6, queen captures h, and now bishop e2, queen f5, and now bishop h4. This would have been fine to play, but in the game we get g4, which Morphy just takes. Knight takes and queen captures h. Knight goes back to h5, and Morphy continues with his development with knight c6, bishop e2 attacking the queen, and queen goes to h3, and now knights get traded off, and now bishop e3 protecting the f pawn, so white can castle queenside. Rook b8 preparing, so when white castles queenside, he already has one piece involved in the attack. Queenside castle, and now Morphy sacks his rook on f2, bishop captures, and now queen a3. Now, Morphy is threatening queen captures checkmate. Now, if his opponent were to take the queen, bishop captures a3, and this is checkmate. So right now, his opponent cannot take the queen. So his opponent plays c3. So queen captures, and now b4. Morphy goes with queen a1 check, king c2, queen a4, and now his opponent made a mistake. He played queen b2. What could have happened was just repeating the moves back and forth. This would have been a draw, but his opponent played king b2, which allows Morphy to sacrifice his bishop for 2 pawns, which in this position, if king moves out of the way, there's a forced checkmate, so he has to sacrifice his queen. And now king c2, and now e3, preparing for bishop check. Now, if Morphy were to play bishop f4, his opponent could just play bishop e2 and prevent the pawn from moving forward. So instead, he pushes the e-pawn to sacrifice it, so he could play bishop f5 with check. Rook blocks, queen goes to c4, king moves over, queen a2, king d1, queen b1, and his opponent resigns. So if king moves, obviously queen captures rook. If bishop blocks, then just bishop takes rook, bishop takes bishop, and queen takes, and this is winning for black. So in the end, Henry resigned. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.